Hello everybody, so unless this is the first video that you've seen by me, you know this is the first video I've made in a long while. As well as, this isn't typically the type of game that I play on my channel, but go check that out if you haven't already. In this video, we will be playing FNAF World. If you guys are unfamiliar with FNAF World, it is basically an RPG type game with FNAF characters, but there's just a bit more to it that you will see in this episode and every episode upcoming. And obviously, before we start the game, we gotta pick our characters. On Team 1, I just have the base loadout, well, for both teams. We have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and then Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, and Mangle. We need to unlock some new characters, but to do that, we have to get in some fights, so let's get to that. But we talked to Fredbear here, and he's talking about how nothing is going right in this village here. We're here to save them, and that there's some weird stuff going on here. We're gonna go investigate that. Firstly, we get this chest here, and then we go talk to Dee Dee, and as you can see, it's 10 coins. I only have 10 coins, but guess what? We're winning big, and we're getting that pearl. Oh, okay. Or nothing, actually. And then we reach our first battle, and we're fighting frickin' Toad Mole. He looks like a block of cheese. Now, I'm not gonna put it all in there, but that took, no joke, an entire minute for one dude. Second battle comes in there, and we're fighting these trap and roll guys. I actually really like the way these guys look. And this time it didn't take a minute. Before you get happy, because it was over a minute. And as if that last battle wasn't hard enough, they give us 3 of them. And fortunately this time, it was only 2 minutes. And I lied, it wasn't fortunately or only, it took longer. And then I run into, oh, not Fredbear actually, Met Crabs. Now I go to talk to Fredbear, and he's talking to me about this glitched tree, and I'm taking too long to read it. I'm like, okay, it takes me to this, takes me to that. Well, I go to fracture, this, that, and then this happens. And basically, this dude is just telling me to go to this clock and listen to him. Whoever him is, I don't know. And yes, before you say anything, this is one Met Crab. But dude, I did so good. This dude dies nearly immediately. Look at this. Holy moly. And before I go on my adventure, I switch up my people a little bit because I do like Toy Bonnie. And now as I'm adventuring backwards, I see the clock he was talking about. So obviously I'm going to go over the clock and, okay, well let me go get it. And then I run into another Met Crab, which I do make quick work out of. And then obviously throw a battle, but it isn't because I get a new challenger who has just appeared. And then I think to myself, well, it can't be too hard, just one person. But I was wrong. At this point, I thought it was over, but I remembered Chica has water hose, which, if you don't know, if the opponent is under 30% of health, water hose just eliminates them if you get lucky. And boom, just like that, I have a brand new party member. And now to break down JJ's news, you have balloons, which is really good for a single target, but still good for splash. Poppers just throws down a bunch of bombs, and over time, it can detonate. I don't know the time, but it detonates, obviously, and unscrew at any point in the match. You can use it on one of your opponents, and it has a 50% chance to automatically kill them. But if it's a boss, it's a 0.2% chance, which is a 1 in 500. So it is very safe to say that JJ is a secured pick in our team. But back to what we were doing, getting the clock. I really didn't know what this was. I thought I had to stand in the square, but it turns out I had to push Balloon Boy into the square, and I completely failed it. And on my adventure, I run into Lolbit, which is selling med pods, and I'm broke, so I can only buy the first one, but I do put it on my team, so that's really good. And now for my absolute genius, I can see that there's some area behind that tree, so I go behind it and get a new chip, Head Start Speed, which, if you read right there, start battle with a temporary speed boost. Very good. So on my way back to the fractured tree, I run into some enemies, as you can see here. And then I open this chest, and boom. But on my way to the fractured tree, I run into an auto chipper. This dude is absolutely terrifying. But I use unscrewing, it'll work, it doesn't. I use Mic Toss, I use Bash Jam, and as you can see, his health is barely working, he stuns me. It's gonna be a hard battle. Now, although the odds are against my favor, I tried as hard as I could. I spammed Happy Jam, I spammed Cupcakes, I was switching teams. JJ was absolutely carrying with her Toxic Bite and her balloons. And, you'd never guess, but with balloons, I won. WJJ, W Cupcake, W everything. And you might want to cover your ears, because I got so much XP, this level up noise is hurting my ears. But behind Auto Chipper, there was another chest which gave me Head Start Strength, which is another chip add to my collection, bringing me even further into the game. But I keep following the trail and I get 50 coins from that golden chest, and I come down here and I open this chest and I get another chip, Head Start Defense, another chip add to our collection, bringing us even stronger. And I decide it's time to gamble again with Dee Dee. I'm about to get the pearl. Come on, lock in. And I go for it, and I miss terribly, actually. But because I miss, I try my luck again, leaving me at 7 coins. And I actually get the pearl. Now we're here at the age-old question, quality over quantity. But then I realized if I buy the bee and the gnat, I'll be left at 6-7 coins. So of course I buy the bee and the gnat. Basically what these guys do is hover over our characters as like mini characters and do damage over time. And now with all of our chips, all of our bites, just one pizza wheel annihilates our opponents. I'm goated. Now when I make... Oh my god. These damn mech crabs. Anyways, we go in here in this air zone. It looks cool as heck. It looks amazing. I love the way this zone looks. It's awesome. And now I go into the portal, but it turns out I went through the wrong exit. So I go back, I go into a different one this time, and it's actually the right exit. Now I'm wondering, which one do I go to first, Fredbear or the button? I pick the button, and then I talk to Fredbear. And then I talk to Fredbear, and he's just talking about how these new characters that I've gotten, such as like JJ, they're from the flip side, and then I gotta beat them up, and then they'll join my team. But I already know that. And then he's talking about how the next subtunnel will be in a glitch object in dusting fields, and then he glitches. Says things don't get more dangerous, you're being played, da-da-da-da-da, yap, 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 you're not. Tough little bro. So we go down here and we see this dude, which looks terrifying. So we quickly skedaddle away from him and run into 4 toad moles. So we make quick work of them. And then boom, new challenger has appeared. We got Watermelon Chica. We bite, we mic toss, we balloons, we cupcake, we this, that, everything. It's going well, right? Freddy gets unscrewed by Chica, and then Toy Freddy. But fortunately, Phantom Chica was a fake demon, and we won. And to break down Phantom Chica's moveset, Toxic Bite is just a normal bite, but does damage over time with poison. Sludge slows down your enemy's hit speed, so you can hit more than they do, causing you to do more damage. And then Unscrew is the same as JJ's move, it's a single target attack that has a 50% chance to eliminate a character completely, all of its health entirely. But if it's a boss, it's a 0.2% chance, which is a 1 in 500. But with 2 new characters and 2 new zones and everything we did this episode, I think it's safe to say we're going to call it here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next one, which we'll be releasing maybe tomorrow, maybe day after, I don't know. I guess we'll see when I edit it. Or when it comes out. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, and goodbye.